Hello guys, welcome to the channel. So in this video we will be talking about linked list. So let's get started. First of all, let's understand why do we need a linked list. Like if someone asks when we already have data structure like arrays, then why do we need a linked list? So first of all, let's compare an array with a linked list. So in the arrays, the maximum capacity of the array should be known beforehand. That is, we have to know the maximum size of the array. But in the case of linked list, we can change the number of elements or the data at the runtime. That is, we don't need that is we need not to know the maximum capacity of the linked list. And in the case of arrays, insertion and deletion is costlier, means we have to swap other elements as well. But in the case of linked list, it is very easy. We will see how insertion and deletion is easy as compared to arrays. Now let's understand what actually a linked list is. So linked lists are similar to arrays, but rather than storing in contiguous manner in memory like arrays, these are stored in the form of nodes which are connected by using pointers. That is, the data in the linked list is stored as nodes in the memory, and the nodes are connected using pointers. And the node we are talking here are, it is like a chunk of data in the memory. We can represent a node like this, in which here we have data. This particular portion contains the data. Then this is the pointer to the next node, means it contains the address of the next node, and this is the link we use to represent the connection between this particular node to the next node. A complete linked list looks something like this, in which first of all we have a head pointer which points to the first node of the list. Then the first node contains a pointer which points to the next node. And similarly, in the next node we have a data and the pointer to the third node. And for the last node, the next pointer is null. And we can say that when we reaches the next pointer as null, that is the last node of the list. Now we will see insertion in the linked list. How can we insert data in the list? So let's say we have a list like this, in which we have data like 10, 20, 40 and 50. And someone will say we want to insert data in that. So we have three options to insert. First of all, we can insert the data at the beginning, that is before this node 10. Second option is we can insert the data in between, like here or here. And third option is we can insert the data at the end. So we have three options to consider. So let's say first of all we consider this case when we want to insert data at the beginning. So let's say we want to insert a node with value 30 in the beginning. So how can we do that? So for doing this, we can create a link from node 30 to this node 10, something like this. And we can change this head pointer to node 30 like this, so that when we traverse our list, 30 will be traversed first, then 10, then 20, then 40, then 50, which means we have inserted the node or the data 30 before this data or 10. Similarly, if someone will say we want to insert data in between, let's say after this node 20, so how can we do that? So for doing this, we can remove this link and create it from 20 to 30, and this link from 30 to 40, like this. First of all, we have removed this link and created it from 20 to 30, and then this link from 30 to 40, so that when we traverse our list, first of all 10 will be traversed, then 20, then 30, then 40, and we can see that we have inserted this data here after the node 20. And in the third case, if we want to insert data at the end, that is after the 50 we want to insert 30, so we can simply create this link from 50 to 30 and make this link as null, like this, and then creating this link as null. Now our list will look something like this, and when we traverse it will print first of all 10, then 20, then 40, then 50, and finally we have 30, because the next pointer of this node is null. So let's do the code. So here we are at our VS Code, and now we will see the code for the linked list. So I have created a file named linkedlist.c, and it's completely empty. So we will be doing it from the scratch. So let's start. Let me increase the fonts. So I have included the libraries here. Now we will create a main function. Now let's define the structure for the node of a list. So we can use a structure here, that is struct node. Then in the node we are assuming that we only have a integer data, and for every node we have a pointer to the next node, that is struct node star next. So what I have done here is I have created a structure node in which we have a integer data, and we have a pointer of type struct node which I named as next, which which stores the address of the next node, that is points to the next node. And we can also use a type def here, that is type def, and we can make this structure as list. So we need not to like use this struct node, we can simply use list and then do the same thing. So now first of all let's define a head pointer, that is list star head equals to null. This is the head pointer which points to the first node of the list, and here we have uh, and here we don't have any data in the list, so head pointer is null initially. Now we have to create some methods, like we will see three methods in this video, that is first of all insertion at the beginning, then insertion at a particular position, and insertion at the end. So let's say first of all list star insertion in beginning, and in this method what I need is, first of all we need a head pointer, that is the starting point of the list. Then we need a data that we want to insert. And why I've created this method as list star, because it will return a head pointer. So in this function, first of all we have to check if this head pointer is null, then we can simply make a node here and return this head pointer, like if head is null, then what we can do is we can simply allocate space to this head pointer, that is head equals to list star malloc size of list. So what this will do is this will allocate memory of size list type, that is this structure type, and in this node we can make head arrow data equals to data and head arrow next equals to null. Now why I have made this head arrow next as null? Because when we have head is equal to null, that is the list is empty. So this is our first and last node. So this is our first and last node, and in the last node we have next pointer as null. So we can return head here. But if head pointer is not equals to null, then what we can do is we have to make a new node out of this data, that is list star node equals to, you can simply copy paste this, because this command just allocate some space in the memory and provide and make this pointer as reference to that memory. And same thing, node arrow data equals to data. But here one thing we have to consider is node arrow next is not equals to null. Why it is not equals to null? Because we are inserting the data at the beginning, and earlier we have seen that we have to make this next pointer as head, that is node arrow next equals to head. Now this head pointer and node arrow next pointer is same as earlier, and now we will change this head pointer to this node, and we are returning this head pointer here. So let's check, first of all, like we can also create a method print for printing the list, that is so what I have done here is I have created a function for printing the list, and I have used a simple while loop for printing. And how this while loop is working, first of all I have created a variable temp which is equals to head, and I am using this while loop until I found any next pointer equals to null. And when this pointer next pointer equals to null, when we reaches at the last node, and before reaching at the last node, what this while loop do is this will simply print the data in the nodes. And for this I've used to print the data of the last node, because this while loop will terminate when we reaches at the last node, and the data in the last node will not be printed. So let's check it. First of all, let's say head equals to insertion in beginning head, then we have to give the value, let's say 1, and we can print list here. So this code should work, and we should have 1 in the list. So let's check it out. GCC, yeah, so we can see that we have 1 in the linked list. We can also like check for others as well, like if I do this 3, then what it should print is 3, then 2, then 1, because first of all 1 is inserted, then 2 is inserted in the beginning, that is before 1, then 3 is inserted before 2. So let's check this as well. Yeah, so after the first insertion our list is only 1, and after this insertion our list contains two nodes, that is 2 and 1, and from this we have 3, 2 and 1. So so which means our this method insertion in beginning is working fine. So we can just comment it out. Now we have now if we want to insert data at the end, so how can we do that? So I will create another method for this, that is insertion in end, and for this we also need the same, the head pointer and then the data, and we have also have to check the this condition, that is if head pointer equals to null, then what we have to do, we have to do the same thing because the list is empty. So we can just copy paste this, that is if head pointer equals to null we can simply allocate space to that head pointer and save the data and return this head pointer. After this, if head pointer is not equals to null, that is there is data in the list, so we can use a temporary variable here which is equals to head initially. Then we can use a while loop for incrementing the temp, that is temp arrow next not equals to null. What this condition here is, temp arrow next is not equals to null, this is the same condition that we have used in the print list function, that is do this thing until when we reaches at the last node. And what we are going to do is temp equals to temp arrow next. So means after this while loop is completed, the temp points to the last node, that is we are at the last node. Now we need a node to insert, that is list star node equals to this, because this will allocate space to that node, and same as we have did earlier. Then we need to store data in that, that is node arrow data equals to data. Now as we are inserting in the end, so our next pointer will be null, and this temp pointer and the next pointer of this temp node should points to this node, that is temp arrow next equals to node. So we can check this as well, we can use this same thing here. Insertion in the end. Yeah, so this should work fine, I guess. Let's check. Yeah, so earlier the data is inserted before the previous nodes, that is First one is 1, then 2 is inserted before 1, then 3 is inserted before 2. Now we are inserting the data at the end. So first of all 1 is inserted, then 2, then 3. So means both the functions are working fine, that is the insertion in the beginning and insertion in the end. I will add the comments in the code so you can check, the link is in the description. Now we will create a function for inserting the node at a particular position. So let's say uh, insertion at position, and in this we need a head pointer, then a data, then the position where we want to insert, and we need to check this head condition as well. So we can just copy the entire thing. The head condition is same for all the three cases, that is either it is in the beginning or in the end or uh, at a particular position. Only this else condition will change. Now we can simply change this. We can use a for loop here. For int I equals to 1, I less than position, I plus plus, temp equals to temp arrow next. Why I used a for loop here is because I need to increment temp until when we reaches at this position. That is, we need we need that node, we need node before this particular position. So we have to check one more condition here, is that is temp arrow next should not equals to null. Why we have to check this condition as well? Because in any case if temp arrow next will equals to null, then in next iteration it will be null and we cannot insert the data here. So we have to check this as well, because this will occur when we reaches at the last node, and that particular node is the last node of the list, so we cannot like beyond that particular node. So we can insert data at like after that node. So this is the node we are creating, then here is the data we are adding, and here we need, and here we don't have to make next pointer as null. Why? Because we have to make this this next pointer as temp arrow next. Why temp arrow next? Because temp is the pointer where we are, and we have to insert data after this temp. So this temp arrow next contains the address of the next node. Now we are making the next pointer of this node equals to next pointer of this temp node, and here the next pointer of the next temp node becomes equals to node. So this should insert at this function should insert data at the particular position. So we can check this as well. uh, Insertion position. Now let's say if we want to insert 1 at first position, that is when we have head pointer equals to null, we want to insert this at first position, then this at first position. So let's see whether it works or not. Yeah. So when our list is empty, one is inserted, and in this command, what I am saying is I want to insert a data with value 2 at position 1. So what it did here is, this is the 0th position, then this is the first position. So this command inserted the data at the position 1, and here it also inserted this data 3 at position 1, that is after 1. So which means all the three functions are working fine, that is insertion in the beginning, then insertion in the end, and in the last we have insertion at a particular position. You can like see the code. So thanks for watching, and in the next video we will be talking about deletion in linked list.